going on? Buenos dias, buenas tardes, or buenas noches. Well, I'm going to talk to you about grass and my take on having the grass as an input into your food forest system, or just generally letting it grow. This system here was like completely devastated with chemicals and fumigation from previous owners, and then the owner before that, I was just talking to her, and she was so happy that we could let the grass grow back in, because she understands about how the grass works. There's some deep ruts that run down through the property here, and you can tell that when the rainy season was happening from up above, you would get these rushes of water coming down through here, and they'd pick up a little crack in the ground, and they would rip some big old trenches in there. Well, since we let the grass grow back, we don't have that problem, because the grass lets the water, it disperses the water out, so the water runs down slowly, it soaks into the ground better, and it maintains it, and it's like super good for erosion control. You can get different types of grass depending on what you want to do with it, but this is a lot of this is a native grass called yarawa. It's a beautiful grass. When it's flowering and in bloom, it's just got this red, purplish seed heads on top, and it's just like waving, and it's amazing. It's up in the hills, you can see it, but it came back growing on this property this year, so super happy about that, because it's, number one, it's beautiful. Number two, it's slowing the rain down. Number three, it's a fodder for animals. When I plug them into the system, we'll have stuff for goats and the burros and whatever else we decide to bring in here. And also, I'm using it in the food forest, and then into that system where I'm using it to cut it down to make the beginnings of my swells on the flatlands, and using it to hold up the soil on the slopes so I can start some more swells. Let me show you what I got going on. So even right here, where I put some food in the ground today, because I put food in the ground every day. It's my successional planting technique, is just to put it in the ground every day. We have a long growing season here, like continuously, so I don't have to do that. But anyway, I pulled the grass down off. I don't like to move a lot of the grass, and I don't like to leave a lot of ground bare, but it'll fill back up. Pull it down here, and the grass is up underneath here where I planted the yucca. It'll hold this soil in there until the yuccas get established. So that's, that was one way. I did the same thing here for this swell. I pulled the grass down to the bottom of this one, and I made this where I planted out just a ton of stuff. I threw everything out here. This is golden amaranta. These are marigolds. It looks like a radish. Got ginger and consuela, which I put everywhere. This is yacon. Banana trees. They're kind of fighting me on my banana trees, but anyway, in between my swells on the slopes, I keep a row of grass. So when the rains come, it slows it down, it soaks in naturally. I don't lose all that rainwater from just runoff. And where I don't have it, I run it in here, where it soaks up into the swells that I made out of the grass. Where I've got papachinas and some little trees that I love to grow because they grow so quickly. And then down here on the bottom, let me get down here. I finally made it back down to finish up the video for the grass. I'll just tell you what happened. I came down to do it, and I spent like 10 minutes down here recording, and I didn't. I forgot to push the button. So then farming happened. I hit a water line, so I've been trying to fix that, and I had the steps to build. But anyway, the grass right now is home to 1 mazillion fire ants. I don't know if we can see them. Oh, they're gone. Wow. Okay, well, they were here a minute ago. Didn't even stand here. But anyway, here's the grass in the beds. Hold on, let me show you. Part of my mulching. So I use grass for mulch. I use it for the beginning of my swells. I've actually got this one here. This is one of the first beds I put in, but this one here, I've using the grass to plant papas. So I got potatoes growing, and of course there's sweet potatoes and ginger and everything up underneath the grass. So we've got another use for grass. Also grass, different kind of grass. Elephant grass is what they call that one. One of the main reasons I let everything grow was to slow the water down and to stop the erosion. Because when I first got here, this was all bare in a big bean field, and these big ruts were in the landscape. So the water was rushing down because there was nothing to slow it down. But now we got all this beautiful grass. Beautiful, beautiful grass. I've been using grass in these swells since the very beginning. A lot of this is just grass for my input. And you can dig down here and see that now there is actually soil creating. This is clay, I ain't gonna lie to you. But there's actually, there's broken down stuff in here. There's a lot of worms. This is some good stuff, man. Can't beat that grass. Can't beat that gas either, but whatever. So yeah, it's so tranquilo today. I can't even believe it. I'm the only one out here. I'm in the farm solito. The whole community is gone, so it's just me. So it's very beautiful. But anyway, don't be afraid to let the grass grow. You can mow it, you can utilize it, you can let nature be nature. I also brought this grass down too, just for another reference. This is Chilean cespa. Cespa. Just aggressive as hell. It grows in clumps, so it'll slow the water down. It makes a nice wall and a nice hedge. And you can chop and drop this stuff every 2 to 3 weeks, and it'll be this big again. So yeah, blessings in your day and blessings in your life. Don't cut the grass. Use the grass. Or you can cut the grass. It's okay. Whatever you want to do. Ciao.